Hey everyone, it's Jim in Rising Sun, Maryland, here to preview the Z-Grill pellet smoker sent to me from Frank at Academy of Q. Here we go. Alright, so it's got a nice cover. You want to be really careful. It fits nice and tight, so when you're taking it up off the smokestack and off the corner of the pellet bin, the corners of this pellet bin are pretty sharp, so they can cut through the cover if you're not careful. You want to work it off and take it up nice and easy. So there it is. Like I say, you have to take that cover off nice and easy because these corners of this of the pellet bin can be kind of sharp and catch and dig into the cover. So this is the grill. It's got, I've already used it a couple times. I did a steak and some pork belly burn ends. It's worked out really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the grate out, and I'm going to take the drip tray out, and we'll wrap the drip tray in aluminum foil so to keep it clean. Be right back. Alright, so got her unwrapped. I got the grates and the drip tray out. I'm going to hook it up to power. We're going to add some pellets. What I'm using is a blend of apple cherry and artisanal hardwoods. Dump the rest of the bag in here. And just in case you couldn't tell, it's 31 degrees, overcast and windy out here, so we're going to do most of our work inside. Alright, so that's full. And we're going to turn this up to smoke. Actually, we're going to turn it to 275, which is where we're going to cook our ribs. And you're going to see the fan is starting to blow in here. And in a few minutes, pellets are going to start coming out. And the little heater element down here is going to heat up and kiss the pellets on fire. do is after you've cooked and let this cool down, you can see the smoke starting to come up, is to get in here and clean out the burning pit and just the inside of the belly of the smoker. Smoky. So we've got our drip tray wrapped in aluminum foil and our grease bucket. We got a liner for it. It's a little big, so you want to just form this around the bucket in order to get your handle up here. This will hang right here. Catch all the grease as it comes out. Nice flame going now. So we're going to put our heat deflector back on. Well, that's hot. Put our drip tray back in. All right. And then our grates. And then our upper grate. Holes back here and on this side. There we go. All right, we're going to close this. We're going to let it come up to temperature. And we're going to go inside and get the meat ready. It's already at 111 degrees and it was, while the lid was open, so that's pretty good. All right, see you inside. All right, so we're back inside and we've got our rack of ribs here. It's a pretty good looking rack of ribs, nice and meaty. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull off this membrane. And you just want to get behind it back here. Without stabbing yourself with a butter knife. You want to take some paper towels, grab it, put extra fat in there, and you want to peel this off. Just like that. A little bit more down here. And I'm sure you've all heard this before, but the reason to peel this off is one, because it doesn't taste good, and 2, it doesn't allow the seasonings to get into the meat. So you just want to get that peeled off there. Yeah, looks good. And you come behind it and just trim off any excess fat that you don't want. That's good. There's a big hunk here. Nice sharp knife works for this. Sometimes the stuff just peels off without even. There's no bone here. I want to just trim this up a little bit because it's kind of thin. There we go. Let's save that and cook it up for the puppy dog. Right now, we're going to apply our binder to this, which is usually a, you can really do anything. You don't have to do any binder at all. I like to use yellow mustard. Doesn't change the flavor of the meat, just helps the spices to bind to it. Sharp bone there, caught my glove. So the meats I like to use, I get from Gavinell Meat Company in Conowingo, Maryland. And I also like to use their Barnyard Blend seasonings for this. Get that in there real good. And this has a nice, it's got a good bit of salt in it, but it's got a nice nice combination of spices. And you want to get the edges. Good. I'm gonna flip her over. We got a lot of nice marbling in the meat here. Looks pretty good. Nice meat content. And my cutting board's not quite big enough for this rack of ribs, but it's all right. Put too much on, but I do like it. This looks pretty good to me right there. All right, so we're gonna let this sit for about 15 to 30 minutes and let it get nice and wet. It's already turning wet, probably because of the mustard actually. We'll see you back here in about 15-30 minutes. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes. The ribs are nice and wet. Looks pretty good. So we're gonna, and the smoker's up to 275. So we're gonna take them outside and we're gonna put them on the smoker. So here we are. We're just gonna take them and put the thicker side away or toward the meat so it cooks better, more evenly. Lay them right here on the griddle. Very great. spritz them with some apple cider vinegar. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes or so. When I put the ribs on the grill, the temperature dropped down to about 225 or so. Came back up to 2 in like the 280s, and it's been fluctuating up and down. It's trying to stay at 275, but it is very cold. It's 31 degrees here and it's windy, so I'm thinking that's probably why it's not able to hold temperature too well. But it is, like I say, fluctuating up and down. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll be back here in about, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes, and we're going to spritz it and check it and see how the ribs are looking. All right, it's been about an hour since we put the ribs on. The temperature seems to have leveled off. It's still going up and down a little bit, but not as drastically, so it looks good. Let's check on our ribs. Ribs are looking pretty good, firming up nicely. We're going to spritz them with some apple cider vinegar. Back and check on them in another hour. They should be just about ready to wrap up. Temperature dropped down to 210. Should be coming back up soon. Like I say, it is cold and windy out here. All right, the ribs have been on the smoker for 2 hours. It's looking pretty good. It's a nice bark. Hold of them. There we go. Take them inside and wrap them up. All right, so we brought the ribs in. We're going to wrap them in aluminum foil with some honey, brown sugar, and butter. So what we want to do is put in a few pats of butter here, and then a nice big handful of brown sugar. This jar of honey is from a local farmer in the area who does beekeeping to make honey, and he's a good friend of ours, so he's given us a jar of it, and looks like we're almost ready to get another jar. We're going to run a bead of honey down here. Take our ribs, we're going to lay them on here, meat down right on top of that. I'm going to spritz a little more apple cider vinegar on it just to keep them moist. And then we're going to wrap them up. We've got 2 layers of aluminum foil here. So we'll wrap them up. We don't need to get too tight on them because the bone sticking out may puncture your aluminum foil. We just need to cover them up. Just take the ones here. Thing. Got another layer. I'm going to do the same. do it this way. We'll do another layer like this. There we go. All right, we're ready to go back out on the grill. We're gonna see you in an hour. All right, here we are. It's been an hour. We're gonna open the ribs up. I'm gonna check them, see how well they're done. See how the meat is coming away from the bone? It's looking real good. We're going to check them for done. We're just going to check them for probe tenderness. Oh yeah, that probe goes right in nice and easy there. Nice in the fat part. And the temperature, you can see it's right around 210. So that's good. They're done. What we're going to do, flip them over. Yeah, look at that, nice. Keep this foil, make it like a boat, keep the juices in. Got some barbecue sauce back here. Put in a little bowl to keep warm. I'm going to slather that on. It's just your sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce is my favorite. It's just retail barbecue sauce. It tastes great on everything, ribs, you name it. So we're going to slather this on real good. Nice and shiny. Yeah. Get around the edges. Alright, that looks great. Max is waiting for his bite. He's hanging out here. Barbecue sauce there. All right, that really dropped the temperature down to about 111, 110. So we're gonna let that cook for about another 15 minutes and we'll be ready to eat. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes since we put the barbecue sauce and opened them up. They are done. Brought them in. They look great. And I'm gonna put them here, I'm gonna pull them out, put them on the cutting board, and let you see them. They look great. Ooh, hot. The bones, I mean, the bones just fall right out. It's amazing. Look at that. Awesome. So we're gonna let them sit there for a minute. And we're gonna cut into them and see how they taste. All right, we're back. We've let them sit for a little bit while we cleaned up some of our mess. And we're gonna cut into them here, right in the middle. Look at that. Got a nice smoke ring on there. Everything looks good. We're going to give it a taste test. Bones falling out. Very good. All right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching.